True, it's possible to summon something powerful from it, but if you just rush things and just decide, okay, so I try to summon something without any preparation, any knowledge, then it's very possible that you will summon something that you do not wish to summon, and you will pay with that with your life. And like Guardian Pip said, yeah, I imagine. Yeah, it's possible that Tree Razor incident in Rolimia Republic was proof of that.
Oh my. That was us. Not us, but
No,
the Wanderers.
no.
Oh, okay.
What they suggested is, and I suggested previously also, maybe not as much as I like that, there was probably some sort of greater servant summoning circle, the same as you have somewhere deep in the greater western forest that somebody used to summon the Tree Razor. Maybe by accident, maybe not. Yeah, Great Western Forest. Yeah. So that's the one thing. Oh my god, really?
Fuck you, trees.
Lol.
It didn't go well for them.
Tree
no.
Razor is some sort of demon, so whoever summoned him probably also died.
They didn't chase
No,
down.
those squirrels! No!
Probably in a very gruesome and bad death.
All those squirrels! No!
Bastard.
Their tiny bodies just riddling the floor.
You lost an arm?
Yep.
He got it back though.
But he
But
got it
yeah,
back.
I got it
Yeah, he
back.
got it back.
Took
Okay,
he
go
took
ahead
him
and cut it
literally
off.
like 20 minutes to get it back.
Sorry, I was at work and I couldn't get away and, you know, sorry man. Hello.
Cool.
That's understandable.
Not much action has happened, mostly talking,
Well, of course not, I wasn't here.
exposition.
Basically,
You're not here to cause trouble, that's why we're only
I was
talking.
reading some bad, terrible books.
Oh, no, but
Poison.
let's go back to the interesting thing. You lost an arm.
That's what I'm going over.
Okay, shoot.
I read a bunch of creepy books in the library. I
Our
felt a
library.
fortitude
Our
save and
library.
poisoned my arm.
Was this in our library, our castle library?
Yes.
Yes.
You were probably there as well.
Yeah.
He got
My
really
arm
lucky.
started turning
Oh,
black,
no,
so I
no,
ran
but
out
hang on.
and got everybody to cut it off for me.
I may not have seen it, because remember our library, we pick a book and we go into a side room.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't make you like make another skill checks.
No, it's fine, I just want to... So anyway, so this book got angry at you.
Yeah, he
Pretty
hadn't.
much.
He was kind of busy with his hands while we were doing out stuff, and he didn't wash them afterwards.
Right, there are certain books that's what they're there for. You only read them one-handed.
Let's not go there again.
Yeah, at the start of the session we really had really strange topics.
Why not both?
Is that a surprise? I mean, I'm not surprised at these.
Genkiro is not here, that's why we're going on the strange topics.
Yeah, Gentiro is explanation in game is that he's at his sanctuary with Tadeusz the carpenter, which is building his village. Maybe he probably is catching up with Ramus along the way.
That, and he's doing the same thing that Endith was
Oh.
doing at the start, but
Damn
then
it.
somewhere else,
He's
like in
the
a
most
tree.
sensible.
He's just crying about his dead village instead.
No.
He's the most sensible. It doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
So basically what's going on right now is that the party is at the guild hall building of Eternal Wanderers in the city of Dragonhide.
Right. Okay, cool.
And they are talking with Varian, and Varian was also talking with Asmarius. Asmarius is also there.
Is Asmarius there?
Yes.
Being as smug as usual.
No, that's fine. It just it's quite clear that we've got some pretty major Eternal Wanderers people. Got to ask, in that case, is the Eternal Wanderers known to the general public now?
Depends on where you will ask.
Ah, okay.
You don't
'Cause-
have global.
No, I mean, but
right now.
as far as we know, because in terms of talking to the party here, I'd rather that we kept below the radar as a group. Obviously, we're here to help, but you know, it's one of those spy things. We'd rather not tell everyone, yeah, if necessary. But I mean, there are sometimes it's difficult to avoid people teleporting in and out, fireballs, people like Asmarius. We're not always.
Fuck you too, Lysander.
People like, admittedly, Lysander, who is to be fair to Lysander, he tries to be invisible a lot.
Yeah. Basically, just to remind you, because the party heard that as they were entering, as Marius was talking with Varian, you cut the words defense mechanism, like defense grid or something along the lines.
So, am I with the? Tell me when I'm with the group.
Yeah, you can be with the group.
So, and so we're in this meeting hall with some of the major people, including Asmarius.
Yeah, apart from Varian, Asmarius and you, there is not much else, because that's the type of the guild that the people usually travel around.
No.
There will be a lot more in...
I assume that if it's...
in the next 7 or 8 days, because that's when... Reminder to all of you that in the next 7-8 days, Varian put out that there is like a meeting of the entire guild because of what is like the things that might be going on. And yeah, I also like foreshadowed, or maybe just simply spoiled, that there will be a chance to get a template that will not allow you to gain levels, but will give you something else. But never mind that for now.
So I know that, okay, Varian's important and stuff, but so if this is a small meeting, what sort of room is this in? Because I mean,
you are still in the like guild hall, but apart from the guild hall is mostly empty.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's not in the guild hall. It's in the private room of Varian. It's in the
I wondered
master's
if it
room.
was in this sort of small place, because we don't need to be over the top about it at the moment.
Yeah. In the rooms there are like maps and whatnot.
Okay, so guys, Zach, Julius, Martin, what do you reckon are our targets, or what's top of the agenda?
Oh, that was a thing.
Oh, those
that
traps
DM
and
actually...
Inquisition, I hate them.
Yeah. That was...
Because remember, they hate magic people, and they also very close to killed us. And there's a shitstorm in the room. And remember, there's that evil tree raiser. Is he still around?
From what you've heard, this is not possible, because they confirmed, Varian and Asmarius, that there is a greater servant summoning circle somewhere deep in Great Western Forest, the same that you have in the Flying Castle. So they assume that somebody, maybe by accident, maybe not, summoned the tree raiser. And the summons are like that after some time they disappear. So he arrived, he made some shit, and then he disappeared as a summon.
From the end of last session, did the elves all settle?
Yeah, the process of settling is going on, but you saved whoever you
They're in
could.
process. Okay, that's fair enough. Sorry, guys, I just wanted to catch up.
Oh, that's fine. Who was Wes the Mad again?
That is the guy that Genkiro knew mostly, but he told the rest of the group that first there was the case of Kale Cresthill and his hunters, and then there was a case of people missing from villages and bodies missing organs, hearts. So there are rumors going around that there is a group of cultists working under him, that basically somewhere in the kingdom of Azmarine or slightly outside of it, who knows, that basically are terrorizing the villages, like killing people, tearing their hearts out for some
right, that's awful.
research.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
They are some pretty bad folk.
Well, do you know what? It doesn't sound like a good thing to those people, but in terms of diplomacy, remember, we want to get all the good people on our team for this. Yeah? So we want to... Fighting the big fights is good for the Eternal Wanderers and our kudos, for us, but it's not good for our diplomacy for the public. If we clear out something like Wes the Mad or save that city from a completely gone wild Nazi Inquisition, we can get more humans and general people to be on our side.
True enough. Nobody cares about the peasants anyway.
Sorry, what? You were very quiet, Zach.
Is that the split off crazy cult? Or
No. In the past, there was a kill order, quest available, ordered by the Inquisition to get the Wes the Mad because he was a sorcerer that decided, well, lol, I want power, then I will go with the shortcuts. Yeah, right now the entire Inquisition is taken over by the renegade factions, so they are considered enemies to all spellcasters. I mean, they also have mages in their ranks, but as long as they have spellcasters wearing their robes on their team, they do not care. They want to tear apart everybody else who uses magic.
only if
Well, that's listen. Ooh, hang on. There's some evil in this world, but I can't be doing with that, man.
And yeah, they think
Right.
they think that whatever shit is going on right now is the fault of the fucking mages.
kind of is.
It
Kind of.
certainly isn't.
Yeah, the irony is they might be right.
They're not wrong. Mages did cause all the shit that's going on.
Oi, I'll have you know that wizards can barely do any wrong. Well, no, maybe that's not... Well,
No, says the guy who helped us release ancient horrors everywhere.
you can't... Power is power. It's... Maybe some people misapply it.
I never said all wizards were bad. I just said
Like if
they're
you discuss
probably
this
not
in
wrong.
character, I imagine great
No,
quote
this is in
from
character.
Asmarius.
This is in character.
Too bad, because I imagine great quote for Asmarius. Well,
Well, look,
power corrupts, absolute power corrupts,
oh,
absolutely.
and you would bloody know, Asmarius. You would
Of course I know. I do not feel corrupted.
Yes, but that's because you think you're above it all. And besides,
I do what I need
power
to be done.
becomes relative when you're doing what you're doing. In any case,
I'm totally
in
not
any
corrupt at all.
case, in any case, for the little people, as Marius, if you could bother remembering this, those people who hate mages are telling small children that magic is bad. And we can't be having that. Magic is just magic. It's not. It's not good, it's not bad, it has no moral agenda. It is what it is.
He shrugs and...
It depends on its user.
and
Well,
says,
I'm bloody good.
well, history is written by the victors. In next 200 years, assuming we survive and our plan succeeds, the Inquisition will be no more.
Okay, long term, but I'm trying to do PR here.
Well, Assuming, like, as Marius with glint of the eye looks at Varian, well, assuming in like next week or next 2 weeks you accept the offer of the guild to live up to the eternal name, you will have a long time to work to your ideals, assuming you will take it. But I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Fair enough. Gang, what has been the discussion so far about accepting this offer?
We haven't really discussed anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
should we now?
I don't want you to really to discuss it, not right now. I kinda imagine this is the personal thing that when the time will come, we shall see. Because I have a nice scene in mind that some trials, some maybe you will see potential.
Ooh, trials! Sweet!
Not physical, but more like, you know, you see the future, like potential future, like what will happen, what you can. I cannot describe it properly, but I have something in mind, no matter if you take it or not. Anyways, does anybody, because I will railroad you for a moment. So does anybody ask, because they implied two things. One, that they were talking about some kind of defense mechanism, defense grid. It might be about the island. And the second, they, as Mario said, that there are now 3 things that can be used to use in our plan to defend against gods and armies, so their armies. Does anybody asks about that?
But yes, if he's going to say so, yes, please.
What exactly is going on with the defense mechanism of this island, did you say?
Well, look at this, and Varian, no, Asman says not to Varian. Varian, would you kindly? And Varian, okay, please come closer, and he points you, like, he gets towards the map hanging on the wall, and he starts pointing you at the Dragon Island. And basically he starts making lines between each big city: Dragon High, Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, Dragon Eye. And after a minute you kinda realize that there is something missing. Because normally...
Can you read through that list again?
Because normally...
Send a link.
Yeah, because normally the sign that you kinda get is akin to pentagram.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're trying to see where we miss out.
There is nothing here.
Okay, so
Keep going. What would you say after that?
And he says, well, I was digging through books, same with Asmarius, and our current working theory is that this place, and he points around it, currently is underwater, and it was a place named Dragon Skull.
Oh, was it?
We have no idea why it sunk, and we don't know if it can be, raised again. But we kinda get the feeling that without it, the full proper defense of this place won't be possible. Please don't vandalize my map.
Not trying to, I was trying to draw the pentagram,
The thing is,
but it didn't work.
I'm willing to believe that on the grounds that I know about summoning circles and such. Like, these things, if they're broken, they really don't work.
Yes.
So, let's think about Dragon Skull. Is there anything? I don't suppose I can do a roll to see what's in my memory.
Not much, I suppose.
Not really.
Because even if
This is the thing of legend lore.
Yeah, sure, fine.
The
No,
spell.
it's fine. I know the reason I didn't take legend lore is because it's boring.
I mean, it might be considered boring, but I also think that it can be useful.
I think we told what's his face to get it anyways.
Genkiro.
Yeah.
Did he? The thing is, as a Void Wizard, it was one of my Void Wizard 6 level spells. I didn't take it because I thought
Yeah, I
it
understand you don't need that. Okay,
Mhm.
but for now, I feel that we still have time and we don't need to focus on it right now. And I just want to give you an options, and you will can like decide.
So listen, in terms of timeline, when do we need to fix Dragon Skull?
If you start working on this matter after after a year has passed from this day, you still should be okay.
Fine, so it's not
it.
today's priority.
I mean, many things are not today's
I
priority
tell you
because
what we can do.
I might be making wrong impression, but to be completely honest, the awakening of the dragons and all of that bad stuff still has a long time to go in terms of gameplay. Like, you know, 2 years, 3 years of time in this universe.
So, what should
we
we do
can
now?
do though is we can get some of the Treehaven elves who are relatively near to scout it and report back.
Varian, couldn't you
'Cause-
send some other guild members there to check? They don't need to check much just before the meeting. So we
Well,
know if there's
yeah,
anything.
I know.
Some parties should be able to do. Right now, most of them are going around trying to inform people about what's going on, but they should be finishing like next month or so.
Well, yeah, so it's not super important, but if we can get some people on it, then that would be good.
The other thing, and I just consider this a tip from the DM to my dear players, consider sometimes writing down possible quests or things to do so that I don't need to repeat them
No, I appreciate that.
2 or 3 times. I can repeat them, but sometimes it gets
I
well,
suppose we should be going off the West the Mad if that's
tiring.
the case.
Yeah, let's do that.
The most, if I may say from what I've heard, the more pressing concerns are the thing with the cult of West the Mad. And also, this is fresh information that I received from one of the ravens coming from Asmarin itself.
Hey.
They say that one of the villages that is right now emptied or something, mostly evacuated, or it's some kind of village that either been evacuated or been attacked by this cult. There was somebody nearby, and that witness reported something very peculiar and possibly dangerous. He didn't see what that is, or he's not even sure if there is something, but on the kinda large abandoned cemetery, on the edge of it, he felt a great sense of cold. Sure, the winter is coming and there were like first snows and there are like some cold winds, but he reported that that was not normal cold. He felt like scared and whatnot.
Right, okay. That's bad.
And like both me, Varian says, and Asmarius agree that this might be an undead threat. And we
no.
don't need another lich-like danger like
We
this
do not.
Orgalot bastard.
Oh, we don't need another lich. I hate the fucking undead.
Same here, buddy. Same here.
I can't stand those bastards. Oh man, it never gets any better, does it, guys?
The only easy day was tomorrow.
You said was. That sounds terrifying to me.
Time traveling bastard.
Is tomorrow going to be a crap day too?
Oh dear God. The
Isn't
only
this
easy
going
day
to
was
lose a leg next?
the only easy day was yesterday. Fuck, I miss. Yeah, I
Right.
failed in English.
Don't worry, we understood.
No, actually, it was quite idiomatic. It made sense. It was good.
And just misplaced one word, and everything goes to hell.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah.
Um,
So, do we have any other pressing needs, or do you think it would be best to go off the Western
well,
meeting?
aside from the weird thing is, I'd suggest dinner with the rest of the Eternal Wanderers, but unfortunately, we don't want to be seen all dining out together.
No, most of the Wanderers aren't even here. They're doing other things.
Well, no, but I mean, just some of the other chaps.
If I might suggest to slightly railroad you, that this empty village where this threat was reported, it might also be a good point to start investigating how to find that cult, because they are acting for quite a long time. They were active even before the Heaven's Fall incident.
Yeah. Now, sorry, but I know that you're speaking as GM. I was going to say, my first idea is sorting out this cult of Where's the Mad, because there's something going on there, and it's something that we're capable of sorting out, or at least saving the villagers. It's something immediate we can do.
Some kind of relief we can provide.
Yeah, it's something that, relief we can provide is exactly the correct phrase. And I think and if it gives us any insight into a wider thing that's going on. I don't know if anyone's got any objections, but I'm sure you don't see fine men, women and children being slaughtered and murdered for no reason.
Well,
I don't believe it or not.
Surprising. I mean, it would make sense if there were elves, but humans?
I don't dislike humans. I've fucked a few. I work with
brash
them.
words for a virgin. Just kidding. Okay, so may I assume that most of the party will, for now, because I imagine at this hour we won't be able to finish West the Mud thing in one session. So
No.
for now you will focus on him.
Yeah, no. Let's have a scenario, an encounter with.
Let's have Genkiro fall from the sky next time.
Well, we just leave a note for him.
We left. Sorry, we're going to kill a person named.
Well, hang on, no, actually, to be honest, if I spend 25 gold pieces, I can just write him a teleport scroll.
Really?
True.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he,
Well,
is it a normal teleport or is it a greater teleport? Because if it's a normal one, then he might just end up in the middle of the deep gulf, and then
I could on the back of it, I can write a really detailed description of where we are.
fair enough.
Somewhere in the middle of the mountains.
Screw it. I don't know. I'll spend 75 GP and write him a greater teleport scroll. It'll be harder. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you'll probably drop that.
Is that alright? I'll do.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. You can drop that to him when he's in his sanctuary or catching up
I'm
with
assuming
famous.
his UMD is maxed. I don't know. But he's a bard. He should have
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. It shouldn't be a problem to use scrolls. Wait, what? Give me
Is
a moment.
everybody else cool with that? Because then we can get him in when at the start of next session.
Also, the next session with the mat. This session we can do still. You can still do that thing with investigating.
No. It's cool. It just means that we can
investigating.
That guy,
as well.
or maybe not that thing that might be somewhere in the abandoned graveyard or something. So if you like, if they see that you will probably go that way, so if you require, either me, Variances, or Asmarius might. As I said, we are not sure what kind of threat we are meeting
but
with,
I'm
but
gonna
we
forget-
might be able to give you some sort of help in terms of preparation.
Yeah, okay. I do have a request in that case. Okay.
Lasers.
Guys, Jai and
Mhm.
IoT and Endith, right? Oh, sorry. If somebody is harvesting organs, right, they are possibly doing horrible necromancy things, which, you know, we've been aware of, and they might be even doing flesh golem things.
Mhm.
Sorry,
That would be bad.
I'm assuming that as a high-level wizard, Lysander can guess at these things.
Yeah, okay, you can guess, no problem.
So we might want to use some either of the useful anti-necromancy things, or I don't know. You guys can hit hard. If it's golems, you just have to punch them to death, as far as I know. But if it's necromancy, we need to have what's the spell that we used before? Death Ward. We need to have that.
Okay, so yeah, Death Ward. Okay.
You mean Erenial?
Zersiel is another character I made who also absorbed people. Sorry.
It's just Erenial has come back to this world.
E.
Because we can fight all these motherfuckers all day long and it's fine, but
I mean, unless you want to buy a casket of holy water, I don't see what else we can do.
problem is unless you use it, we won't be able to use it at enough strength. We'd have to have a fire hose of it.
Well, we have something also else in mind, and one of you gets wand of. Okay, so I will just probably type that down, and you can decide which one gets something. So, in terms of help, you get it goes like this. Wand of remove. I mean, what's with the like? Who is like immune or resistant, immune to fear? Do you have something like that here?
I don't think anyone's got any fighter levels or paladin levels. I'm not.
But that guy.
Okay, so you get one wand of remove fear, one wand of remove paralysis.
Yeah, I can make myself immune to fear. That's about it.
No.
Both of them, they have like.
I have a wand of remove fear, I say, pulling out my gun.
They
Can
have
you
like
use 'em?
10 charges both.
Who's good at using them? Because I have dreadful use magic device.
I can.
Okay, do you want to take them?
Sure.
Because
Stick them in your nostrils.
Okay, so wand of remove fear.
What was it heroism did again?
Greater version gives you some kind of bonus to save checks, to something, and for example gives you immunity to paralysis.
Okay.
Oh, also other thing, you also get wand of freedom of movement, 15 charges left.
what's the duration of freedom of movement, people? Does anyone look it up?
It's
Sure.
based on caster level, if I recall.
Can we just say 1 hour or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, if with this greater heroism, there's 3 of us. I can learn heroism myself is actually one I bought at the time, so that means that all three of us can have it.
Oh,
Wonderful.
that's a good point.
Yeah, just
There's
remember,
four of us.
I don't think a basic version of heroism gives you immunity to
No,
paralysis.
it doesn't. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. You're
You
right.
could use the scrolls that we're getting, couldn't you?
Yeah,
No.
you can.
No, you're right. I've only got normal heroism.
Use one of the scrolls to write it down in your book.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Matt, do you mind if I can't be bothered to work out the numbers of how much it costs to scroll it down.
Also, it might be it's a really good idea that I have all the wands because I'm immune. I am immune to becoming paralyzed. So
Yeah. No,
We can
that's
give
good.
you the ones of remove paralysis.
yeah,
Who the
and I'll
whole
just be
one-
flying around and removing paralysis of everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, I'll take one of those greater heroism scrolls,
Yeah.
and I'll write it in my spell book if that's okay.
Yeah, if you fail actually learning it, we still have another one you could learn.
How? Seriously? Are you taking the piss?
Yep.
How the hell am I supposed to fail? How the fuck do you think?
We're the eternal wanderers. There's no things we cannot fail.
No, but
We failed on multiple occasions, good sir. I wouldn't put it past another member to fail once more.
All right. Let's play it by the dice. Okay, what do I need to learn a spell in my spell book?
Oh God, I don't actually know.
No.
it's a
Because I mean, yeah, I think you're underestimating.
I'm not sure really.
Let me go look it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
look it up because I'm kind of insulted.